Hello and welcome back to the future, the game. Let's continue this. Okay. What do we do now? What was Edna doing to you? That's not important. What do we do now?
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Wouldn't you know, Marty? Where is the DeLorean?
Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Oh.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Oh.
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we go help?
No.
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
True. Oh.
I guess.
What was Edna doing to you?
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh.
Yeah.
All right, Dad.
That felt good. Why'd you marry Edna anyway?
No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Oh.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Good.
Great. Let's go fix the DeLorean.
Yeah, let's get the Fidjuck ampersand out of here.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
What am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Wait, I lost track. What?
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
Is it electrified or something? Wait for Citizen Brown to... Okay, folks, this is just what we're gonna do. We're just gonna sit here and do nothing. Like hell we are. Okay, so I guess we can't do that. Oh.
He's not coming back, though.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
Hell? You inspired him to do bad things. He's capable of doing great things without you. Doc's real wife is much cooler than you are. He's capable of doing great things without you.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Yeah.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too.
Yeah. You inspired him to do... Why is she always referring to things that actually happen and things that are completely opposite and unrelated? It's sort of like if I ended up talking to you folks right now and saying, hey, you have a half-finished glass of Coke out there that's sitting on the table behind you when you have a fresh can right in front of you. What the hell is wrong with you? What are the odds of that actually happening? I mean, like saying that it can't happen, but really, if any of you right now have a half-empty drink and a cup of Coke behind you and another one right in front of you that you just opened, yeah. Doc's real wife is much cooler than you, and she's just standing there while we're completely silent for minutes on end.
Not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Blech. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
What a controlling bitch. I mean, like, if you don't think you're a controlling bitch and you're doing stuff like this woman's doing, or you have stuff like she's thinking and having on her mind, you're a controlling bitch. You're saying that you're doing it for somebody's good, but no, you're a controlling bitch. You inspired him to do bad things.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
The hell? Oh. It's a different timeline that he came from. It doesn't matter how much time he took to repair it.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
Exactly.
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. Well,
Yep.
it was all worth it for this moment. Ha ha!
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust port, dear. Now that I've
Exactly.
escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration on the time circuits. Here,
What's this?
clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Look at her. She's like...
Fine, leave.
No, you gotta have a different reaction than that, bitch. You're seeing a DeLorean that came out of nowhere.
I run this town.
Well, this town's no longer gonna exist. This you is not going to exist.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931.
31.
You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Awesome. Next 4 exits. No, it's right there, dead ahead. No exits. It's a gate. What? Is there like multiple cities in there, or is there just a conjunction that's within the area of Hill Valley that just leads out again? In which case, why not just have a
This
turn?
is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Ugh, luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on the first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage.
Good.
Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Cool.
Very cool.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation.
Well,
It was all nonsense, of course.
exactly.
I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool?
Hmm.
Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
That's why we're here.
That's what we're here for. We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
At least
Still
that's
got
what
no
we tell
memory
you.
of what that notion was?
Heh.
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time.
With that logic, the
Luckily
DeLorean
for
should have
us,
never
I
been
do know
created.
something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier.
Dirty.
Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc. You need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc. Never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
Go
that's
on.
younger
I'll
you.
let you know when you're
Not
gone.
like you're
And
younger, you
don't
wouldn't
forget,
recognize
you're
who you
Carl
are.
Sagan,
The billions and billions guy?
the suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Convince Emmett to go see Frankenstein. That him? Yeah, that's him. There's the burnt down speakeasy. No vehicles. Hey, Emmett.
Sonny!
Yeah, Sonny
You
Clark.
do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
In a mental reconditioning facility. No, that's not good. 1986. That's stupid. That's even dumber. I guess this is the only one that...
Oh, you know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself.
Oh.
I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Trust that first impression.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
the rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But,
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Actually, demand for a rocket car for 1931. Oh, pulled on my headset. Social utility, it means, like, people are able to use it. You just need an epiphany. Thank you. Don't give up on that rocket car.
no, you were really onto something with the rocket car. You've just gotta...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
Mental
It was Edna's
alignment,
idea,
brain
and she's really
washing.
been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
You only had one date. It's only been one day. What's going on here?
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Crockett.
October 12th. Doc?
Oh. Did we come to the wrong date? Doc. Well, you gotta give him credit. He ended up making something that he didn't make. I mean, in this timeline, he didn't design the DeLorean from the ground up. He was taking notes from himself.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No,
Exactly.
it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits.
Yeah,
the problem
exponential.
appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything.
So we got to
Believe me,
convince
I
her out of
remember.
it.
Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna. Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Yeah. From A to B. And then flying would be to B to C, and then C to D would be time traveling. There we go.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is not
Dude.
predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Ah!
No!
I'll talk to her.
Mm.
You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All car of the future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Oh. Oh, convenient.
Why not? Good luck!
Hide in plain sight. Alright, we're past our time, so... yeah, time. Get it? Anyways, in the next episode, we are going to convince bitch over there, I don't even remember her name, Edna, to not go out with Emmett. Alright. See you then. Bye.